It's nice that I have one person that cares about me enough to try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Josh is literally crying over this. So.
Yeah.
Bob's short for Robert.
I still don't know you're dead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go walk around the temple. Running, yelling for Shiana or you, because you might help for some things.
You would hear that eventually.
Can I roll to pray?
You can. Luna did.
I rolled fucking 1!
I rolled a 3.
1 to diplomacy.
Scoozy.
I rolled a 3, so it doesn't matter.
I'm actually kind of impressed my head didn't hit the ground at all.
It did when your character died.
Oh. I guess he'll get out of the bed and I'll open the door and there better be a good reason.
Valky is fucking dead! This is a very important reason, you fuck!
Then
That's
he
a
just
good reason.
closes the door. Well, I can't handle this right now.
I am curious to know what curse word Jash has always been saying when Luna's been saying fuck.
When she says fuck. Yeah, who knows?
I imagine it's something appropriately strong, but
Yeah,
I don't know what it would be.
Do you know where fucking Shiana is?
No, I've been trying to get some sleep. Where is the body?
Body is right by the pit.
Awesome! I can finally do some experiments without having to worry about raising undead around her.
I didn't want to raise undead. I was trying to fucking.
Do go on. The GM didn't say anything.
I'm going to go
Fuck you,
look for
Sky.
Shiana. Don't loot the body.
Don't loot the body!
Well, if I trip and kick it into the pit, I'm sorry.
If you trip and kick it in the pit, I'm very upset at you.
I'm very upset at you.
Throw it in the pit too.
Knowing if she tries to fight you, she's going to die too.
Honestly, I feel as though if Jash... Keeping in mind Jash, because Jash's character, anytime she's been upset in the past, she's thrown a fit and cursed. I feel like this one time where she says, I'm very upset at you, and just walks away, that says something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go walk away and go fucking look for Shiana in the jungle!
Okay.
Down to the basement I go, I guess.
There lies Valky. Bob is praying over her.
Poor lass.
Excuse me, Gidge. Up here, I guess. Out of the way, yes.
Do you know anything about reviving people?
Okay.
Up here.
I'm just going to look at you and just
Thank you.
Just shake my head.
I read once in one of my father's books that it could be done, but I do not know how possible.
I'm glad that one of your father's books had common knowledge in. Thank you. And I'm going to say that with the calmest voice possible.
Actually, I don't know how common that would be.
I don't know. It seems like necromancy is pretty run. Like I'm sure
Seems
somebody
like it's
has
pretty
tried.
hip with the kids these days.
I'm sure that people have, tried, and with the advancement in magic and science, even as this continent was rendered, I'm sure there's even, a few, granted, extremely rare devices that could actually probably perform it itself.
Yeah.
But again, this whole place was rendered twain, and I don't know. I just always assume that with the
Look, that fucking king is dead.
I always just assume that
the
it's like
queen
extremely expensive, and
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
definitely
that might be a
something
bad
takes-
thing.
What?
We might want to run if you did kill the king.
What, they're gonna
Just
take
saying, the queen might come after us.
Do you know how everybody comes into this place? They come unconscious and on the ground. Where are we?
True.
If they come through, we kick them into the pit.
Yes. If the queen is coming, I'm going to fucking Lion King that bitch!
Of course.
This is
No, I believe what you're looking for is Long Live the King.
It's making my own damn joke. Fuck you.
anyways, I'm going to
Well, I'm glad I decided to go and use your
you need a
system
minute
this time.
with her.
Are you really picking out the rainbow nerds?
Yes.
You horrible person.
Fuck you.
That's a 1, 2 2s, and a 4.
Wait, you rolled what on your character sheet?
With his system, it's the reroll all 1s and 2s and discard the lowest. My first roll, my very first roll on doing abilities was a 4, a 1, and 2 2s.
So he would have had a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in one of his stats.
But
So,
with re-rolling, I got a 6, and then re-rolled 2 more, and then I got a 5. So at the moment, it's already a 15. That's another 6, so now it's a 17.
There you go.
That's why this system is so bullshit.
but Craig,
And yet people still die.
I didn't use this system.
you knew her better
Oh.
than me. I'm going to give you a minute. And I'm going
I am going to immediately take out the skull.
I did re-roll every second one. That was all. Oh, and drop bonus.
And can you give me a D10 because I guess I need to re-roll. I need to roll this.
What? Your what?
And now I'm just sad. But I suppose I place the skull down. I've seen both of you talk, but now you talk to me. What happened to this poor soul? That would be 20, straight up.
The skull shatters. It just explodes.
Ah, damn it.
And Valky breathes in.
I hate you now.
Huh?
I'm sorry that
Rocky what?
Valky breathes in.
So not dead.
I was asking questions, damn it.
Very important point of fact. Do I regain consciousness?
Yes.
Okay.
So don't worry, it was just GM bullshit.
Well, no, there was a chance that the spirit that was inhabiting the skull saw the opportunity to jump
Oh
out.
yeah, I thought about that first. Keep the schizo on the hand. That's why I pick up everything with my left.
Not GM bullshit. Who said it was GM bullshit? Not GM bullshit.
Oh.
You lost an item for that shit.
Also,
A very good item.
Well, yeah.
a very important item. Do I remember anything from when I was dead?
Yeah.
Okay, now would be the time that we need to go over that then.
Alright.
Apparently, I'm not making this new character.
You can still make it if you want.
You might die again. The queen might come out and kill us all.
You could use the character for something.
Completely conscious.
I mean, if you really want, I can kick you into the pit of darkness right now.
You're like, I do kind of want all of your items.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
kinda sad. The second thing I was going for was the necklace. I was going to donate all the gold and stuff, but I magic item affinity.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. You.
Fuck you.
What did I do?
You know exactly what you did.
No, I don't. I've just been sitting here.
Fucking exactly!
Oh.
Apparently I didn't do enough. I'm sorry, it's not my turn!
Wait, what?
It's not his turn.
I think it's more the playing D&D second day in a row, but you know.
Well, I wouldn't have been here otherwise. I would have been doing other things.
Yeah. So yeah, from when I was dead.
I suppose.
Also, for some reason, I can't get this to be looking at
So, Chandler, I know you probably won't tell me, like, now, or maybe ever, but what was the exact chance of that happening?
Not large, actually.
It's bigger than 5%.
I thought you got 20.
Yes, but, you know, like, just from a hunch of his rolling algorithms in the past, he doesn't always go with like by 5s or 2s. It's always erratic.
Yeah, I do believe he was watching me make one. He doesn't. I don't think he knows what that particular set of 100s. I just like 100 sided. I don't know why. But I was like,
can't keep it to a simple D20. But we all saw what happened with that.
Yeah, you all saw what happened with the D20.
Gender change.
But it was like first 5, second 10, then it was like 3.
Yeah. Also, I can't seem to get the page to come back up, so I'm going to wait till I'm done with this episode to try to fix it, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I find Shiana?
Apparently, I don't need that 17.
Oh, yeah, I need to roll perception, don't I?
I like
That would've been a good
how,
character.
like, everybody else was away from you, and then I revive you, and it's just like... And I'm just going to be like...
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want?
Yes! Oh... Are there also? It'll
Are
be
there bone fragments inside of us?
It'll be a minute before I get back to. That's what I was gonna say. Are there pieces of the skull visible around?
Yes.
Great. That'll be a perception check.
It'll actually be a fairly hard one in this deep dark area.
Yeah.
For you. Then again, you could ask the one that can see perfectly, and it was in front of me when it exploded.
Well, no, it's the if I notice it, there's gonna be trouble, and if I don't, there will be. I don't know. Fuck it. For the moment, though, our DM is reading up on Pharasma to know what's happening in my afterlife.
Fucking God, man. Whatever.
Watch out for it.
I believe I don't have any of the spells prepared. I think I'll lose those. Well, no, that depends on what spells used to bring me back. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess you're upset.
I like a lot of the... One of my favorite things about your items is it's like playing Chance Time in Mario Party. You just never know what you're going to get.
Some of them do the same.
Chance time.
Fucking... But no, that's the thing. It's just like Chance Time because you hit one block and then the other two start going faster.
Yeah.
And then you hit one other block and then the last one spinning like fucking 90 to nothing.
Like you've got the person who has the 2 stars you want, and you're trading coins, and all of your coins are gone because they had 3. Good job.
You switched coins with the last place. You switched stars with the last place person. Guess who's in last place now? It isn't the used to be person.
Yeah, don't touch me. I need the lamp.
Oh.
On the couch.
I love having characters that get pissed off when they get brought back to life. Because I'm very concerned about Gwenever now. Or will be if I notice the skull's gone. I keep it in my backpack, so I may not.
It's like,
Out of game, sure, thank you, whatever, but you know.
how can you do comfortable?
I mean, fuck, man. I just wanted an answer. And it brought you back to life, and I was like, I'm never getting that answer.
Suppose that was its answer. I don't want to talk to you. Here, I'll have her answer, and I'll just leave.
Fucking shy-ass skull.
Does Bob Short for Robert hear the skull explode?
Oh.
No.
Okay.
Why is it that I find myself disappointed that I wasn't possessed by Gwenever instead of being brought back to life? I'd be pissed off if I was, but it would have been very interesting, you know?
Depending on if I notice. Like, if I notice it right away, I mean, this is Sparta. You're right in front of the pit. Not much is going to happen there.
She wouldn't necessarily be vengeful or anything, or at least obvious about it.
Well, yeah, it's like if she was like,
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah.
she came back and like you had green glowing eyes instead of regular eyes. It's like, no, I'm going to break your neck by pushing you down the large pit. Have fun with that.
And fighting whatever is down there.
It might just be darkness.
Well, you don't know it, but they specifically said there are monsters down there.
I think it's just.
I think they said that might be, but yeah.
I think
Whatever
it's just,
can feed on the darkness. So,
I mean, again, no guarantee there's things down there. It's just concentrated, like
Evil.
beings,
Okay.
darkness. It's like living beings, darkness. That's not.
So this is
That's not an element.
this
That's
is
not
your
an-
death scene,
Whoa!
or your after death scene. So
you spend 15 minutes waiting in line and you get dragged back. It's like, damn it, I was almost there.
The last thing you remember is the queen pointing at you with a finger of magic, and then suddenly you're just in a place that, from your readings, you know is the boneyard where Asma lives and judges the souls who have passed.
So not conscious for my astral traveling, okay? Souls pass through the astral plane first, then on to wherever they go.
Yeah, it is an actual process.
But there is
I read it, and then I had to read a lot of other
no, yeah.
things.
Well, and it's also there's always some fluid on how much the spirit remembers in that thing. So it's the not remembering that or being conscious of that is it's fine. I'm just saying. I'm making a mental note. Hey, Fred.
And you get to meet Pharasma.
Woo.
She's sitting in a chair with an hourglass.
I kneel immediately.
It's like, I just want to meet the one person. It's like, so you keep the hourglass there because, or does it just become a shtick at this point?
Oh,
Like, I keep the actual one somewhere safe.
I have to keep an image up, you know? You understand.
Hey.
This is my decorative giant hourglass. My useful giant hourglass is...
You kneel immediately. And she nods. You can rise. I can see that you are one of my servants from the prime material plane.
Yes, I am. Oh, what name did I give myself?
Valky?
No, I had a
She's disappointed in you.
I had a full name at some point that I don't remember if I actually gave it or if I came up with it specifically to not give it. But I give my full name.
Okay.
A humble servant. It is an honor to meet you in person.
Yes, you served me well while you were alive. Made sure many people got a respectful burial. You neither went out of your way to stop too many deaths, nor did you go out of your way to cause them. Oh, where are these from? So, as per the norm, when one of my servants passes, I will allow you to keep serving me on.
Thank you. I of course I accept eagerly.
Feel your body begin to change because you are turning into an Aeon now.
What the hell is that?
An Aeon, it's a thing. Specifically, you are turning into an Arcana, concerned with the duality of death and life. Your job is now to hunt for imbalances and rectify them with your strange, seemingly random efficiency.
Which is kind of what I was doing at the very end there.
Do not justify your decisions or goals, which many summoners find intensely frustrating. So that is what you feel yourself begin to become now. And then you feel a yanking. Something yanks you. First you don't notice it, and then it yanks you again. And then suddenly you wake up on the floor.
That was a nice dream there.
And Crag is sitting over you.
I'm dusting off green cinders. I'm just like, why does things always fucking explode?
What did you do?
What the fuck I did? I was asking why you were dead.
What? What happened?
Okay, I asked that first.
I just got pulled out of being able to serve my god. You answer first. I win.
I mean, if you're gonna talk like that, I can just push you in the pit behind you. I'm sure you'll go back there. And I offer a hand.
Or a foot. Whichever one you decide to take.
I don't take your hand, but I do stand up, and without drawing it, I put my hand on my mace. What happened?
Does Bob hear the commotion?
No.
Well, your little skull friend exploded.
Where did you go?
I'm just upstairs.
I'm
just
so
went up the ladder?
glad it was the skull.
You
this
might
time.
have heard
Every
him. You might have heard him
fucking
shout. You might have heard Valky shout.
I'll roll a perception.
I'm being quite loud.
I rolled a 4, so a 14.
Yes, you heard Valky.
What the fuck?
And then you hear that, both of you.
I
See,
thought she
now
was
see-
dead!
Now see what you did.
What magic is that?
You're not in
I
here
I
yet.
start coming down the ladder.
You weren't even close to the...
Yeah, he was at the
Yeah.
top of the ladder.
I was
he
just
was
giving you
leaving.
a moment.
Yeah, he left to go to the top of the ladder.
Oh, how did you not hear the explosion then? Jesus.
It wasn't a very loud explosion. It wasn't like a explosion, but the skull.
Wood is not that thick though. But yeah, don't fucking care. I see what you did. Anyway, I asked a simple question. I see it's not getting answered. I will take my leave. I'm going to brush past Bob and head back up the ladder.
I'm kind of standing there in shock for a minute, trying to figure out what all is happening.
Bob yells back up, "You said you didn't know anything about it!"
Yes, that makes me a liar. And I close the trap door.
Oh.
So,
After like 5 or 10 seconds of thinking, I'm going to be rushing over to where I know there's an altar to Pharasma.
Okay.
Completely ignoring Bob.
as usual, as you
Well,
do.
you walk in there, and Jash is pretty much sitting at the altar crying. You assume she's praying.
If it weren't for years of priesthood training, I'd be shoving her out of the way. As it is, I'll respect her prayer as well, and I'll just sit beside her and pray to the altar. Without so much of a how do you do.
Shove her out of the way.
It's like, nope, I need this more than you did. I'm not actually dead. You're fine.
Take me back! I don't want to be here with Bob!
I'm going to go back to sleep.
Are you being sneaky in any way?
No, I'm just going to sit down next to it and I'm going to start praying out loud. I don't know what has happened, but I will come back to you if it is your wish. Tell me, what should I be doing?
So, you hear Valky start speaking next to you.
And I join them, and I look over, and I'm just like, Mommy! Is that you?
You get no reaction.
She just continues to pray. Oh yeah, that's definitely her.
I'm gonna respect your praying, but I'm just gonna sit next to you and wait for you to be done.
I don't know what to do, and apparently that soul has been released, and was told bad things would happen, and I'm afraid of what will happen with that, and I don't know what to do, and I was ready to serve you forever, and now I'm here, and what's happening?
You don't get an answer.
Okay.
But you no longer feel better.
Is Valky praying still?
Valky is babbling incoherently at this point.
Valky no longer praying?
Oh no, to the altar. But
She seems to have slipped into a language you don't understand anymore.
oh.
She's just kind of speaking a mix.
Actually, come to think of that, that would have all been in Celestial to begin with.
So yeah, you don't understand.
So I'm gonna be there for a minute.
So she's just speaking a language that you hear her speaking to Shiana in quite frequently. So you assume that she's having a moment. Again.
Yeah. This does seem to be my standard reaction for coming back from the presence of a god. It's the two things that have really gotten to me. That and the thing once, but not as bad as the yeah.
To be fair, you did die this time.
But that wasn't the traumatic part. It was the coming back. I was okay with dying.
I'm just fucking glad that your skull won't fucking explode any more things near me.
Alright,
And all it did is, like, every time I was nearby, it fucking either exploded something in my hand, exploded a piece of equipment, or
I think it
something.
really didn't like you.
I can't fucking guess.
Oh man.
She met you guys. I was just kind of somebody that...
No, she
didn't
well,
meet-
she was drugged out when she met us. And then we promptly got her killed.
Well,
After blindfolding her and tying her up. And taking her away from the fun time gas.
And you wonder why she might have disliked any of you.
That's my point! She disliked him! The one that didn't do that!
She might not have not.
What is Bob doing after being ignored?
Bob is sitting there, and he's just going to still wonder what's in that pit. He might start going down the pit.
There is no ladder, so it's pretty much you jump in and hope that there's a way to get back out.
I hope you don't break,
Everything.
yeah.
Sorry.
He doesn't have a way to fly, so
Mm.
he shoots a crossbow bolt down.
You hear it hit the ground.
Roll a perception to know how far.
That's not a perception. I'm just having to think of it in my head. How fast do crossbows go?
Very, but I don't know.
You hear it within a couple seconds. You hear it hitting the
120 in that burst increment. So
Yeah.
that's a
1,200
Yeah.
feet.
That thing has some distance that it can go.
And
within
plus
6
it
seconds.
might like bounce off of the wall because
And that's
Shooting it,
something
like,
you can
straight
still have a
down
chance
would
of
be
hitting it
kinda
at that
difficult.
distance. Not just it can go that far, but like there's a small chance you'll hit what you're aiming for when you shoot it that far.
yeah, because his shooting straight down is kind of difficult, so you might like hit a wall or at least bounce off.
It takes a couple seconds, but you hear it hit the bottom, which means that's a very, very long way down.
Yeah.
I would say at
Bob
least
goes
8.
to the torture chamber
Okay.
and grabs
He
something that can
He
be
needs
moved.
to relax.
There's not really anything then. Oh, I guess there's like pliers or something.
Why would a happy place need a torture
All right, he
chamber?
looks in
This
the
place
different
is
four
not
places.
the happy place. This is the other world.
In the
Yeah,
four
but they also
different
have jail, too.
cells
In the happy
for
place.
something that can be moved.
That was for all the rowdy people.
I'm
Say a
assuming
cage
they also
that
have
can
the
be-
other doors.
Taken out, or
Some people, a torture chamber is their happy place.
you know,
Also, that I didn't see any doors leading to there
Yeah.
while I was.
Sorry.
What?
anything that can be moved in the four rooms.
Yeah, they're like pliers, there's a pair of anguish, there's some different sizes of pliers,
He's looking for the
Barrel?
biggest thing he can find that can be moved.
the very large pliers. They look like they're made for pulling toes off. Or fingers.
All right, he grabs that and throws it
opposed
down the
to
dark
just the
pit
nail.
and goes back to see if it's there.
It is.
What?
That is odd. Well, no, I guess
The pliers are still in the room?
not
threw it in
still.
the pit.
They are again.
And then he went back to look, and then they were back in the same place.
The chair went back. It was returned when he threw it over the wall, and when the watering can blew up, it was also returned to where it started out as.
So that means that it is outside of this place's range of authority. Very interesting.
Or
Bob throws a bomb down.
It explodes before it hits the bottom.
there is another thing that I don't know if you would think of or not, but it's also if someone's enchanting this place to be able to bring stuff back. If it was damaged or destroyed like the watering can was, although you don't know about that, it would make sense to make it bring it back if it fell in the pit, even if the pit was within boundaries. That's still something you wouldn't be able to retrieve, so it made sense to have it come back.
Yeah. But the bomb explodes before it gets all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Is the ladder removable?
What?
The ladder, is it removable?
No, it's nailed to the wall.
Things can be unnailed.
You can climb all the way up and unnail it and then try and bend it so that it comes out of the doorway. But it doesn't look like it's that bendy either.
Alright. Bob leaves. Very inquisitively.
Aeons are immune to critical hits. Huh.
No anatomy. Aren't they one of the sphery balls of light kind of thing?
No.
Oh.
Would you like to tell me what you would have looked like after the transformation was complete?
Sure.
You can go on ahead. I'm not going to tell him just yet.
I'm going to go outside and start yelling for my wolf.
You do not get an answer.
Or look for them. Should I roll a perception?
Yep.
That is a 23.
You do not find them. You would then... 4 gray arms project from a swirling mass resembling a giant eye from which a tail-like appendage dangles.
Sweet.
Oh, do you, off topic, but do you remember me playing Summoner?
A little bit.
Do you remember the eye thing with lasers?
No. Go on, Paul.
Alright, since everyone else is
I think you'd actually enjoy that.
getting set up for things, I guess I will try to craft more bone arrows heads.
Are you just going to sit in the pit and do this?
Pit room.
Safe.
Oh,
safe
well, no,
place.
you left the pit. Yeah, never mind. You went
That
to
is
the
a safe
floor.
place for Bob.
The pit?
He's waiting for someone else to come out and talk to him anyways, so...
Hey, Fred.
Sure. Okay. Rollcraft. What is Dalky doing?
She's at this point fallen to being silent, but she's
Kill me, God!
You do not craft good bolts.
She's
I
still
rolled
just
a 1.
sitting there with
I know.
her head down. Again,
Actually
still in
timed it
shock
way
for a
up
while.
into your
Still
ass.
praying?
Silently.
Not even really praying anymore. Just still sitting there in a broken posture and just.
You probably lose material at the very least.
Because what I'm going to do is important if you're not praying.
I'm not praying out loud now. I don't. From looking at me, you could probably tell I'm not really doing anything anymore. I'm
going to leap from my knees and hug you, probably knocking you down. Also, still in tears and hysterical.
I don't react.
I don't care.
Just like, you didn't leave me alone with these 2 assholes!
Also, I'd like to form a registered complaint that this is the second time in one of your games I've been brought back without the chance to say I didn't want to be. That is not supposed to be able to happen.
They keep doing it by weird methods.
Well, the first time was the Crystal Child. That was...
Yeah. A lot of gods didn't have the ability to control that. In fact, it took a lot of them to put her back.
It did, actually.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, the Construct War happened. This continent had a really shitty week.
Yeah.
Months, years.
Oh.
There probably weren't a lot of alive people here for like a decade.
Chest pain, that's fun.
It happens when you fall off a skateboard and land on your chest.
Oh, and it's time to cut video.